It's Song Talk Radio.
Welcome to Song Talk Radio, the show with songwriters talking to other songwriters about the craft of songwriting. We share tips, tools, and techniques, and together we all become better at writing songs. Dialing in from our headquarters in Toronto, I'm Neil Modi. My usual co-host, Phil Emery, is up in the air. For everyone else, please send your comments and questions to @SongTalkRadio on Facebook or Instagram, or feedback@songtalk.ca for the email, and we'll share your thoughts on the show. And please visit songtalk.ca to see the show post for this episode, to find links to resources we mention, and to download lyric and chord sheets to follow along with the songs that we feature. Tonight, we're very pleased to welcome Canadian rock artist Delyn Grey back to the show. How are you doing, Delyn?
Yay, I'm doing so well, Neil. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, great to have you on the show again. Keeping tabs on your socials and stuff, and that's how I found out that you were releasing new music, because it has been, I actually just checked back before we came online here. It's 2023. November 2023 was last time you came on the show.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been a while. Damn.
Yeah, for sure.
Overdue for sure.
Yeah, totally. Okay, and before we get to Delyn's great stuff, just a little heads up about a really interesting video I saw on my YouTube stream. Good old Rick Beato, who has yet to, come onto our podcast, but then again, we haven't invited him per se. But anyway.
Yeah, he'll respond immediately.
He will. Yeah. Our people will contact his people.
He's actually been emailing you. You've been missing them.
It's been falling into the spam. I don't know why.
Exactly.
But he has been mentioned on our show many times as we keep bringing up his videos. And the latest one he published just this last week, I think, super interesting, how AI will fail like the music industry. And being, a music guy, he came at this from a really interesting angle about, how back in the day when Pro Tools rigs, or back in the analog days, where you had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on Neve consoles and big recording studio spaces and everything like that. Recording music was an incredibly intensive, expensive endeavor. And they would charge a lot of money for you to go into a recording studio and record your band or whatever, right? And but then then they could start getting Pro Tools rigs made for your home computer, and as computers get more advanced and more powerful, you can do the recording at home, and that kind of put some of these big recording studios kind of out of business, and they don't have a need for all these big huge consoles necessarily, right? And then he equates that whole thing to how AI and data centers work, because data centers are similar. They're big, huge facilities with lots of equipment and incredibly expensive. But then he demonstrates in real time on the video how you can download a large language model onto your desktop computer and run it, and is completely private, number one, so you're not uploading anything to Google or to OpenAI or Microsoft or whatever, all your personal information. And you can run an AI on your computer, and he's saying as computers get more powerful and stuff, that people will start running AIs locally the same way that we record music locally, and that will put all these data centers as defunct facilities. So yeah, super interesting point of view, something I never really thought about. But what did you think of that video, Delyn?
Yeah, I hadn't really considered it. I actually do come from a bit of a tech background. I used to work at a not-for-profit and teach kids how to code. And right before AI really kicked in, I kind of left that world, but kept one foot in. And so it's definitely interesting to get a musician's perspective on everything there. And I think perhaps there was a lot of oversimplification of how those things actually work. And I do agree that the local use of AI will likely become more popular, but it won't get rid of the need for the data centers the same way or in the way that he's kind of comparing it to no longer needing music studios, because there's such a big need from an enterprise level, from a professional level. Companies aren't just going to start using local AI because they need real-time global data, not just stuff that's limited to the local AI that they're using. But from a consumer standpoint, absolutely, I could definitely see that happening. I just don't think AI is going to quote unquote fail like the music industry. It'll adapt and it'll evolve like the music industry has, but I don't think there's going to be any so-called failure ahead.
Yeah, it may be a little bit exaggerated because the similar things kind of occurred to me as I was watching this, especially when he says at the end, 60 some odd year old guy like me can figure this out. Well, sure, he's sitting in a studio, a home studio. I'm assuming it's his home studio. It looks like, he's always filming in the studio, and it looks like it's a bomb studio for sure, right? And but he's got a desktop computer in there, and most people these days, as time goes on too, computers are constantly connected to the internet. He made a point of reiterating in his video how this computer is not connected to the internet.
Yes,
and like, who's got a device that's not connected? Your fridge is connected to the internet, for crying out loud, right?
Yeah,
it's like, you're always connected to the internet. For number one, if you download, a large language model in 2026, are you going to re-download it every time you want to do a query? Or are you going to re-download it once every 6 months? You can set up some kind of routine so you always have, the most recent data. Whereas if you're online, you're always going to have the most recent data, right? And that's the thing. That's the thing with some of these AIs, is that they can make errors based on dated information if they're not completely up to date, right?
Yeah,
and you're right. Data centers are not used just for AI stuff. Google's got the entire library of the world in data centers.
Yeah.
So right. So it's good use for other things, and people will still need them for going online for whatever.
For sure. Yeah. I think it's still a good video from just letting people know that there is that local use possibility with AI. I just think I was looking through some of the comments, and I think a lot of people are now very convinced of everything he said in the video. And I think we need to be careful not to take that as fact without having looked into it. I mean, I'm no expert on AI and data centers and all this stuff, but if someone speaks with that much conviction about something that's moving so quickly and evolving so fast, you got to question what they really do know about it, because I don't think the people who who think they know like what they know about AI today will know the same things tomorrow, right? It's changing so fast. So it's definitely a good conversation starter, though.
certainly. And certainly that was the eye-opening part for me, is, you can do this locally. Like, I have a desktop computer with gigabytes of space. Sure, I could download a large language model. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
But from a privacy point of view, that's a very interesting thing. Nothing to do with music and recording studios, but just from pure privacy point of view, it's actually kind of cool, to download it, use it locally. Do you shut off the internet on your computer though at that time? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird thing. Like I've been doing my home studio thing for years, and way back, like 20 years ago, I've adopted that mentality of having two computers, one that goes online and one that just runs your DAW and have video editing software on as well, right?
Yeah.
And that computer never touches the internet, and it was good, right? And it was fine, and it wouldn't get buggy and all that sort of stuff. And eventually I just decided, instead of getting two mediocre machines, why not just get one whiz bang machine,
mega machine. Yeah.
And and most of these things, I mean, if I need to reinstall Windows and I need to reinstall all my software, it all gets downloaded anyway. You log into Native Access and all the Native Instruments stuff. You just leave it running overnight, and in the morning, all your plugins are installed as full, right? It's like, I don't want it to not be online. I want it to be online.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really,
please connect
super
me.
Convenient. So, and especially with you're doing AI on your phone, you're going to go into airplane mode every time. I don't know.
No, I get the data stuff, or the privacy stuff rather, but I don't know. I feel like the malware piece would maybe scare me a little bit more. Like, do you really know what you're downloading onto your computer?
Like, he went to this website I never heard of.
Yeah.
And are these LLMs, like, are they open source? Are they ethical? Where do they get their data from? I don't know.
Yeah. Who put these together? Nothing is free, right? Like, what is the catch?
Exactly.
Because nothing, it's too good to be true, Rick. please look into it some more.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we'll put a link to that in the show post. Really fascinating, interesting. Like you say, conversation starter. I mean, got us talking.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh my gosh, 100%.
Yeah. All right. Okay. On to the main event. Okay. My Head is a Riot was released in February 2026. And it is the first song off Delyn's 12-song 2026 project, Delynquent, written, recorded, and produced in her garage with her dad. This track has no frills. It's just raw. That is by far the shortest intro we've ever had from a guest. That's great. It's just, it is
Sorry,
a little.
I was like, I've been here twice. You guys know me. Like, let's get to it.
Exactly. So it's a little bit punk, It's nice and short. Okay, so tonight we'll be talking to Delyn about her song, My Head is a Riot. Be sure to download the lyric sheet on the show post at songtalk.ca to follow along. Let's take a listen.
My head is a riot. My head is a riot. My head is a riot. And it's fine by me. Information firing furious and fast. My identity is under attack. Should I think like this or act like that? I'm on overload. What's the point of blazing my own path? In this human race where I'm dead last. My only sign of life, my epitaph. When I'm dead and gone, tell me where I'm going before it's too late. My head is a riot. My head is a riot. My head is a riot. And it's fine by me. The world I thought I knew was melting away. A picture dripping through a bellhop frame. Standing helpless as it goes down the drain. Is there no way out? Yeah, I'm almost there now. Halfway to inside. My head is a riot. My head is a riot. Can't turn up the quiet. My head is a My mind is trapped between no hope and no more. As I collapse onto the bathroom floor, pretending not to hear you knock on the door, and I fade to black. Final destination. Do I go again? My head is a riot. 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 Can't turn up the quiet. My head is a riot. And it's fine by me.
Very cool.
Thanks.
That's a slamming track, and that is super. It's like not even 2.5 minutes. Like just
I was
over 2
going to
minutes.
say, I had to make my intro the same kind of vibe, keep it short.
Yeah. Keep it short.
Quick punch
keep
to
it
the
short and
face.
sweet. Yeah, and with the guitar solo and with verses
3
and
verses,
choruses and
little breakdown. We got it all in there.
yeah. That's amazing. And this song, I mean, this is really interesting. I mean, it's upbeat and I don't want to say pop, but it's like upbeat and driving and everything.
Yeah.
But there is a darkness to the lyric, of course.
Mhm.
There's also a darkness to even the music. Like, is it is it a drop D tuning for the first question?
No, it's not.
No?
It's standard tuning.
It's open? Standard tuning. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did it on this beautiful Ibanez guitar that was gifted to me last summer. I am a lefty, and it's really hard to find guitars. Yeah. And I have a Jag. I'm a really big Kurt Cobain fan, so I have his Fender Jag in the back. But this Ibanez it's the Omar. Oh my gosh, Rodriguez or something. Oh my god, Omar. No, I can't remember. I can never remember the name. It's always just gone. But it's beautiful, and it's got some serious grit to it. Yeah. Only one volume knob. That's it. But it rips. Yeah, it really rips. Yeah.
Yeah. So because when I first listened to it, I listened to the chorus, right? and the repetition of the line, da 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 da, like it really feels like the melody just pitches down, right? And I'm like, are you going to a diminished chord? Are you doing something funny there? And then I was playing along on my piano and trying to figure it out. And I'm like, no, it's just minor. It's very minor, but it's just minor.
Yeah. Yeah. It is straight up.
But somehow it sounds darker than that.
That's cool. I dig that you got that, because that was definitely intentional in the production, despite there being no like tuning changes or anything like that. I mean, the guitar is slightly out of tune. I'm sure it was progressively going out of tune while we were recording.
Yeah, of course, you're just slamming it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like you'll notice too in there, some things are off time. Like it's a very human track, and I really wanted that to come through. So yeah, it's cool that you notice little things like that. But it's super simple. I'm a power chord queen. And so there's nothing complex going on there. It's just straight up punk.
yeah. Which is great, right? And the snare drum on the quarter, like pretty much the whole song, like that's a ripping thing. I mean, I'm in an indie folk rock band. I do that maybe 2 songs and just in the chorus.
Love it.
Right? But
you got to get it in there.
Yeah, you got to get in there sometime, but it's a little bit, it's more edge. We don't edge to that punk side very much.
Fair enough. No, you should try it. You should bring some like octave pedals and stuff. And
oh Lord, I've never played a double pedal in my life. I wouldn't know where to start with that. Double kick, I don't know. Blast beats instead. No.
No, I've tried here and it will never leave here.
No?
No one will ever know I tried.
Gee whiz. Yeah. So what I mean it's also very clear what this song is about, you know. You need to meditate more. Yeah,
straight up. Go touch a tree.
Because my head as a Riot is very much, I mean, you know, like in it's joking about meditation, but you know, they Buddhism, whatever they call it, like the monkey brain, where it's like things are just going on in your head constantly, and that's what meditation is supposed to do. It's supposed to calm all that and get rid of some of that stuff, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But it's hard to do.
It is so hard, especially nowadays with, you know, like our handy dandy phones and videos and just being bombarded by information constantly. And then thinking, like having to process all of that information is really difficult. And so I don't know who has a quiet mind, but they could definitely share some tips with me. That would be great.
Yeah, exactly.
The meditation, sure. Like, yeah, maybe I should get into it, but anything else?
Well, is it, and is that where that came from? Was this supposed to be a bit of a critique on modernity?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think just from a personal standpoint, well, oddly enough, this song, I started writing this song about 3 years ago, and it really just started off as the snare drum, my guitar, pretty much as you hear it, and the lyric, my head is a riot. And at that point, I guess we were out of COVID, but you know, things were still weird in the live music space. And I had just kind of moved on from a management relationship, and things just felt pretty dire. And I was just bombarded by, get on TikTok, do Instagram, and it's all about content, but I want to write songs, but I have no creative capacity to do that. So that's where the lyric came from. And then I dropped it and just kind of left it on the computer. And then I decided to go to Portugal last year because things just got way too much. And so I left for a few weeks and just to reset, and found the demo on my phone while I was on the plane back home. And I was like, okay, I need to finish this. It makes sense now. It's happening. So I texted my dad and just said, hey, let's get into the studio as soon as you can and finish this one because it's all making sense to me now.
That's kind of amazing because, I mean, this has come up on our show a number of times where when you're in it, when you're really, really in it, it's hard to be objective. It's hard to sort of have that reflection that you sometimes need in order to finish something or to finish the project or finish the song, right?
Yeah.
But once you step away for a minute and get a little bit of perspective on it, that can help, depending on the song, of course. Something like this, certainly I could see that benefiting the song because you can really step back and be like, let me look at this through a little bit different lens than it, you know, being right in the midst of it. That being said, it's still very visceral. It does put you into that space for sure.
I'm glad, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad it's translating, but I mean, it's chaotic, right?
It is chaotic. It is chaotic. But that's the point, is it not? Like
for sure.
You're not proposing any solutions here. We're just exploding about this is the crazy state we're in.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's, and that idea has come up on our show before too, is make your song about one thing. It's not such a bad thing. You don't have to have a bridge that goes somewhere else necessarily and evolve towards the end of the song. You can't do that. There are songs that are like that. Fine.
Sure.
But there's nothing wrong with a song being zero focused on this one thing.
Yeah. 100%. It was, I think the big thing for me was just keeping it simple. Like you said, it can just be about one thing. I wanted that to be kind of the theme, simplicity being the theme throughout the whole song. So in everything that I'm playing, in the drums pretty much being the same pattern the whole way through, the guitars playing the same thing the whole way through. I'm singing that chorus melody so much you want to punch me in the face by the end of it. Yes. But that's the simplicity in it, right? Like, and it just made sense. It just made sense. I don't know, because I feel like things like really mundane things in real life all of a sudden start to become so overwhelming. And you're like, why is this overwhelming me? This is such a simple task. And so I kind of wanted the song to start off as, wow, this is a really simple drum beat, a really simple melody. By the end of it, be like, please shut up. Please shut up. This is stuck in my head and I can't stop.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is an earworm. It is an earworm. I think my favorite line in this is "Can't turn up the quiet." That's such a great line.
And it was by accident. And honestly, Neil, we had finished the song and we were right about to send it to mixing. And this is usually when things happen. We showed it to a few people. We as in I did. And then I told my dad after the fact. And I got some feedback, and two people in particular were like, it just feels like you need something else in the chorus. Like, could you add another line or something? I was like, no, because that's not the point of the song. Like, the point is it's the same lyric. And then I went back home and I was like, no, you know what? If two people are telling me this, and like two people who are avid music listeners are coming back with the same feedback, we got to listen to this. Like, let's take a sec and try some things. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I came into the studio with my dad and I said, listen, this is what they said. Let's play around with adding another line or changing the whole chorus up. Like, let's just rip it apart and build it back. And I ended up being sold on keeping the two first choruses as they are. And then my dad just goes, something like "Can't turn up the quiet." I'm like, yeah, okay, the song is done. Thank you. Let's send it for mixing.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Like, we're good.
Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, that's kind of a brave, courageous thing. Let's tear it down and rebuild it. Like, that takes a lot of, it takes some guts, especially after you've sent it off for mixing. I mean, the songwriting is supposed to be long done before then, right?
Yeah, we're really good at keeping things for the last minute. But
we can still tweak one line. Sure, why not?
For sure. Because at the end of the day, the song has to win, right? Like, I think as soon as you let your ego get in the way of where the song should and could go, then you're not going to write great music, or like the song is never going to be as good as it could have been if you didn't at least consider what could be added. And sometimes like we've like rewritten bridges, solos, like pieced parts together. Like, it's been chaotic at times. And sometimes you just go back to square one and go, no, it was perfect the way it was originally. But if we didn't go through that whole exercise, we never would have known. And that's something that would really get to me, is like, oh, great, I have this song released. And those two people come up to me and go, I really wish you would have changed the lyric in the chorus. And I go, I didn't even, why didn't I think of that? It's like, because I wasn't open to feedback.
If you didn't do it, if you knew about it but didn't do it, you'd be kicking yourself for the
exactly. And if they're like, oh, I wish, and you go, oh yeah, no, I tried that, then that's great. Like, stand your ground. But again, at the end of the day, the song has to win. And I feel like this definitely helped this song win in this case.
Yeah. I've done that a couple of times where I've gotten feedback from a very seasoned songwriter, and I went back and tried it. I'm like, no, had it right the first time, even though it was objectively, I don't want to say wrong, but
yeah,
it was a thing where it was hookier if I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right? I'm like, you know what?
Nope.
Melody, lyric, melody, lyric, melody. Melody's got to win.
100%. But most people won't even go through that exercise, right? Like, I know a lot of musicians who are just like, no, what I say goes, and like, power to you for that. But I think that there's something lost if you don't like turn over all the stones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you I think you have to recognize that you didn't consider it at first. It just came out.
Yes.
Right? And to be honest, that emphasis on the wrong syllable thing just came out naturally. And I didn't even think about it until other people started pointing it out. I'm like, it's actually, you're pronouncing it wrong. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't even realize it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it's, you know, and it's ain't a folk song. Come on, people.
Yeah, come on. Let's be so for real.
Yeah. And but the point is that I didn't think about it. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to consider it. Okay, let's do it the linguistically correct way, see how it works, and then you assess.
Yeah. And you go from there. And again, if you decide the original was great, then that's what it needed to be in the first place. But yeah, all the considerations are good.
I'm curious how the process works with your dad then. Is you guys start from scratch, or did you bring in a sort of sketch of this first and then you sort of massaged it together?
Yeah, it depends on the song. With this one specifically, I had a demo set, but it was really, again, like a really rough idea. The guitar part was pretty much there for the chorus. The chorus lyric and melody was there. And I had that drum pattern down, but we needed to get verses in. We have a couple of cool little turnarounds. We added the solo, the breakdown. Like, there was a lot of building that needed to be done. And so this one was definitely like a 50-50 co-write. Like, the two of us just sat in the studio for a few hours and got it done. And yeah, it was really cool. Like, my dad and I work really, really well together from a creative process standpoint. Neither of us, like, we both leave our egos at the door. And like I said before, like, we're here to serve the song and make sure that the song wins at the end of the day. So with this one, I mean, we were both so excited. It's such a fun, upbeat track. We were dying to just sink our teeth in. And I think we're both really proud of what came from it. He recorded the drums on that little kit behind me.
The
electric kit.
Electronic kit. That's amazing.
Yeah, the neighbors. Yeah, neighbors.
They sound very organic.
Thank you. Yeah, they do. We have a Superior Drummer software here that we use, but we had the live kit set up. It's just the poor neighbors. We need the flexibility to record whenever, and during the workday sucks if the neighbors are on meetings or we're here 11 to like 1 a.m. and we're not gonna record drums then, so it makes a lot I the live kit feels nice, but this is good convenience wise.
I mean, I'm a drummer myself, and I can't I have a hard time with those electronic kits. They feel dinky to me, and they feel, I mean, I've gone to Long and McQuaid and played like the $12,000 Roland V kits, and they finally got the hi-hat kind of right.
No, don't even, never. If you see my dad, never mention the electric hi-hat. Like, this man almost threw it out and took the car to run it over several times. Like, he gets so mad. The triggering is so bad. Like, don't get me wrong. It sounds okay, but it was a pain.
Well, what I'm saying is the latest Roland one, it's closer than it's ever been. It's still not the real thing. No, don't even go anywhere close there. But it's pretty. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Like, it's okay. It's okay. If I have to use it, it's okay.
Yeah, but I've like to think anyway that I take a lot of inspiration from Stuart Copeland and how he did his hi-hat stuff, and he's got so much nuance in his hi-hat playing that I'm just like, I want to do that.
Yeah, a piece of rubber isn't going to help you translate that.
Exactly. Anyway, we'll make this whole show about hi-hats. Yes, that'd be good.
No, idea. I love it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. That's really great. I mean, collaborating with somebody. I mean, I guess it is your dad, but I mean, it goes with any collaboration. Checking your ego at the doors is a great thing, right? You want to sort of. I don't think I've ever been in a collaboration where someone's been adamant that their idea is the best, and we have to go that way. I don't think I've ever done that. I've heard of other people being in collaborations like that, and like that's not a good collaboration.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those, and they ended very quickly. I'm not like I'm very much a collaborative person, but as soon as you start to kind of impede on what the collaboration should look like, I'm out. And I'm going to let you know why I'm out.
Well, when you perform live, you're basically using hired guns as players, or do you have friends that play with you, or is like your band the same group of people, or how does that work live?
Yeah, same group of people. My dad is the drummer, and my boyfriend's brother is my guitarist, and then a musician friend of mine is my bassist. He's also in his own band, so it's nice. Yeah, it's definitely a friend dynamic.
But do you come in the door and be like, here's the lead sheet, this is my song, we got to play it this way, or do you let them sort of flush things out?
No, I kind of let them do their thing. I'll send them the songs ahead of our rehearsals and just say, learn the parts. And then we come in and usually we'll adjust quite a few things for live just to enhance it, or, make up for what might be in the recording that we just can't do live. Like, oh my God, I have 15 guitar tracks on the recording.
Well, yeah.
We have 2 guitarists. How are we going to make this work? And sometimes like Elijah comes in with different guitar ideas and stuff, and we definitely play around. Like no live show is the same. It's never going to sound the same as the recording, and I like it that way. It keeps it interesting. It's fun to play the songs. I look forward to playing them because it's not the same thing over and over.
Right. Yeah, and it can be interesting for the listeners too. I mean, I've I'm a big fan of Rush.
Yes.
And I've seen them live a couple of times, and they were always, very particular about, triggering samples and doing the things exactly the way as the record. They want it exactly the way the record, but I've seen other artists that, completely turn a song on its head and basically do an interpretive cover of their own song.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's just like they turn a rocker into a ballad or vice versa or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or something, which is kind of fun and kind of interesting. But but that's good as long as you're not tyrannical about it.
Oh God, no. Yeah. No, the guys end up teaching me my songs most of the time. I'm like, I wrote this. What do you mean this is how it's supposed to be played? They're like, that's not the chord, right? Like, shut up. It is for the live version. Relax. But also, what chord are you playing? Because I definitely need to learn that.
Oh my God. Because were you a piano player originally?
Yes. Yeah, I was a piano player, and I still am not.
The first time you came on the podcast, you were just learning guitar and trying to navigate your way through it.
Yeah. I don't even know if I was playing guitar live at that point, because we first met just after COVID. Was it the last time I was on was 2023? But I think we may have met.
But that was the second time you were on. You were on a couple years before that, I think, or a year before that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I only started playing guitar live, like electric guitar live, in late 2023 or early 2020. Yeah, late 2023 was when I first started playing guitar live. And don't get me wrong, I should definitely be a lot more advanced than I am now. But I've just prioritized other things. And this track actually, I played and wrote everything on this track. It's just me and my dad. So I played all of the guitars. I played bass. My dad played the drums, and I did all the vocals. So I'm proud of that. And the next song's coming out too. I'm a lot more involved in the actual playing piece and writing the parts than I have been in the past. I've always kind of produced and, been in the room while we're writing and been like, oh, can you try this instead or blah, 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 but never been able to play it myself. Now I'm there, which is great. I mean, I'm not Van Halen, but I can hold my own live.
Can you do the Ramones? That's
yeah, there you go. Just give me 3 power chords and we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes simple's the way to go, but you can have some tasty stuff in there. And like you say, you have a lead player in the band, right? So they can come up with things that are kind of tasty and nice and whatever.
Yeah, right? He fills it out. And I think even just writing when he's not involved, using kind of my limitations to my advantage and getting more creative with chord progressions or more creative with really simple licks that sound more complicated than they actually are, or, little things like that where I lean into the limitation more than allow it to take over and like not have me be able to finish the song. It's like, okay, well, unfortunately or fortunately, this is where I'm at in my technical abilities, so let's make it work. Yeah,
you ever engage in songwriting challenges?
No, I don't think so. Like I challenge myself. I'll like come into the studio and be like, write a song today about XYZ, or here's a quote from thing, write a song about it. But I haven't participated in like a community one before.
Okay. Yeah, because we do one on our podcast every year, and then 2 years ago or 3 years ago, maybe something like that, we did write a song in an unusual mode. And so we forced people to. I wrote one in Mixolydian.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, which is very typical for rock, blues, whatever, right? But people were bringing the. I don't think anyone brought a Locrian song. Some people brought a Phrygian song, but if you go in metal, then Locrian's the way to go, isn't it?
That would be insane. Yeah, please. If ever anyone does that, I need to hear it.
Yeah. Well, we actually put this there was this video I found on YouTube. We put it on a resource page for that challenge. This guy did it it was like 4 minutes long or 5 minutes long or whatever, how to write a riff in Locrian. And he did it painting notes onto a piano roll view in his DAW, and showed you exactly what notes you're going to be using in this scale, blah, 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 blah. Did that and as a piano thing, and then played it on an electric guitar with distortion, right? And it was just like this 5-minute video of like, okay, now I know how to write a riff in Locrian. This is brilliant. That's
insane. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Damn, keep that in my back pocket.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. But like you say, like limitations are what drives the creativity, right? Mm-hmm. So when you do especially when you do a community songwriting challenge, because it's not something you're setting up yourself, it's something imposed on you from outwards. And I'll be honest, I've done the one on our podcast every year. We've done 7 of them now, I think.
Damn, that's awesome.
And sometimes they're lyrical, sometimes they're musical. Mm-hmm. And then I've also engaged in the ones from Song Studio.
Okay.
More recently, and a couple of years ago, over the pandemic, especially, we're doing the ones from the at-home songwriting group out of Minnesota.
Right.
And those ones are very cool because Chad, the host there, one time he set up 7 rules that you had to follow.
No way.
Which you think would be really, really restrictive, but everyone came up with a different song, but it actually zeroed in your choices, right? Because that's got to be this, okay? And this is what I came up with.
Fair enough.
Right, it makes you incredibly decisive because you just whip through it and it's good. And then he did one. It was a 24-hour challenge. We got the parameters on Saturday morning, had Sunday morning to submit it. It's pretty wild.
Oh my gosh!
But as soon as it's amazing. As soon as you limit yourself, then you actually can be more creative. But I'll be honest, some of the time I come away with those challenges going. It kind of feels like an exercise, like the result kind of feels like it was an exercise. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it feels like, this is actually a good song.
Yeah, I did that.
And it sort of breaks out of the parameters of the challenge and becomes something that's a little bit more sort of organic and nice or whatever, right? Or better.
Yeah.
But that's one thing we reiterate on this podcast too when we do our challenges is that, it doesn't have to be finished, doesn't have to be like we got our listeners to submit their answers as well, which is really cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we always say it doesn't have to be finished. You don't have to be 100% happy with it. It could be a springboard for a version 2 of the song. Like it's all good, right? Like you say, like you found a old recording on your phone while on a plane.
Yeah.
And it didn't hit you then, but it hits you now. So go for it.
Yeah. You just never know. Get it out. Get it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they always, the myth is that, I wrote this in half a day, in half an hour.
Yeah.
It just poured out of me. It was inspired, came down from the heavens, right? It's like, no, you still spent 3 years editing lyric. Come on.
Yeah, let's be real. That did not happen. Absolutely.
But that being said, the songs, and I've heard this from other songwriters too, the ones that I've written that that do come out fast. Not half an hour, but you know, that 1 day challenge, I'm pretty happy with the result. I wrote it in 4 hours.
Yeah, which is awesome. It's so awesome.
I haven't visited since, but I might revisit it. But you know, but the ones that do come out fast, those are the ones you tend to be happier with. I don't know, the ones you labor over. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think as you grow as a songwriter, you get better at the laboring over, because you don't. At least this is the case for me. Like, I don't obsess over these obsess over the tiny details, but you still got the whole ideas of the song in mind. So every decision you make is still pointing towards that North Star, right? So it does feel like you're actually progressing as opposed to just fiddling around with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it does get a little bit easier, and you start to recognize the things that you might be more inclined to spend too much time on. And so going in, you go, okay, you know what? We're not going to re-record backup vocals for more than 30 minutes, or like restrict yourself to 2 takes of the guitar part for this. And that's what it's going to be. Make sure you practice. That's it. Otherwise it just loses its magic. Kind of like you said, those ones that you write a little bit more quickly, the ones that feel like they kind of come from, you know, the heavens or the universe, they feel special. And I think it's because there's no overthinking. Okay, I got to do it. Done. Yeah.
I think that's kind of key sometimes. But again, as you grow as a songwriter too, your intuitions get better. So your initial decisions, they tend to be the right ones, and you don't go back and change them too much, unless someone comes and says, hey, you really need something more than one line of lyric in your chorus.
Yeah, exactly. Your whole song can't be this one lyric. Yeah. What do you mean?
Tell that to Daft Punk.
Oh my gosh.
Around the world.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That is the only lyric in that entire song.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's kind of iconic of them to do, though. Like, they knew they were making history there.
Well, they made it work.
God, why not? If it speaks to you, it speaks to you. They're doing fine.
Yeah.
They're not complaining.
I think they'll be all right.
They'll be okay. Yeah.
So this is off your upcoming EP, is it?
It is an album.
Is it an album? Okay. How many tracks on the album?
12 tracks. Yes, I have a 12-song album coming out at the end of the year. So I'm releasing 1 song a month for the year, and by December we'll have a full album ready to go.
Amazing.
Yeah. And
you got music videos coming out?
Yes, I have a music video for My Head is a Riot out now. Just me and my dad jamming in the garage. And yeah, I have a couple other songs. 1 song was released and just played on the NHL broadcast of the Habs and Senators as their opening montage. So that's up on YouTube. So and yeah, we got a lot coming up. So I'm excited to share it, but lots to look forward to.
Awesome. That's great. We look forward to hearing that. Is this your... What album is this? Like your second, third album, first?
This is actually my first album.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my first album.
Everything up until now has been singles?
Yeah, everything's been singles. I had 1 EP though, in 2024. So, yeah, I'm excited to finally have an album out. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Amazing. Are you an album person in terms of the stuff you listen to? Or do you listen to albums?
Yeah, I love a good album. Actually, my boyfriend recently bought a 2005 Toyota Highlander. And so we have a CD player in the car again. And we just started listening to CD again. And it's been like Foo Fighters and Pearl Jam and Steve Earle. And it's been really good. I haven't listened to albums all that much because of, the Spotify format and the playlist format. So it's been great to get back to that.
That's cool. I haven't made a mix CD in I don't know how long. Because we haven't had a CD player in the car for, I don't know. No, like years now.
ever. Like, it's crazy. It's so
But
crazy.
we had one, we had like a 6-disc changer, so there was always different albums and different mix CDs in there.
Yeah,
and stuff.
we don't have the 6 changer. I was so mad. We only have the one. So we have to like really like pop them in and out all the time, but whatever. It's still really good.
That's kicking it old school.
I know.
You got a tape.
God. No, we actually have a tape player, like a cassette player in the car too. So we also, I'm not even joking. We have the cassette player just under the CD player. So we've been making use of that too. Thank God our parents have kept tapes because otherwise we wouldn't have. I got rid of all my
tapes years ago. I just threw them out. I was just like, this is not.
Like, where am I going to use it?
Where am I going to use it? It's not going to happen anymore. And then I think in my parents' house, there's still a Ghetto Blaster stereo system thing with a.
Oh, right on.
Deck. I think it was a double one. One of them is broken. One of them still works.
Jeez, that's awesome. Yeah, bring it back. Bring it all back.
Oh, bands are releasing on tape again. I've seen that.
Crazy. Yeah, I understand the vinyl hype. Like, it's cool. Having a record player is cool. But yeah, the tape is interesting. Like, how are people are buying it just as a merch item, I guess? Like, are they listening?
I suppose, unless they've got a real player. I mean, people have vinyl players now too.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Rise of the tape.
It is coming back. Analog, Revenge of the Analog.
There you go.
Say. Yeah. All right, here in the band, that's all the time we have on Song Talk Radio. Special thanks to Delyn Grey. And where can our listeners find out more about you and hear some more music?
Yeah, I am all over the internet. So Instagram at Delyn Grey, TikTok if you're into that at Delyn Grey. My website is delyngrey.com and all of my music info is there. If you're into YouTube, I'm also on there at Delyn Grey.
All right, and spell Delyn Grey for us, please.
DELYN space GREY.
Gotcha. All right. We want to hear from you too. Please send your comments on Facebook or Instagram to @SongTalkRadio or send us an email, feedback@songtalk.ca. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel for live performance videos and full episodes. And subscribe today to the Song Talk Radio podcast on your favorite podcast provider. And please support us at our Patreon page. You can visit songtalk.ca/support. Thank you to everyone who supported us so far. And please join us at our next monthly Song Talk meetup. Whether you're in Toronto for our in-person meetups or anywhere in the world for our online meetups, it's free to join on Eventbrite and free to attend the meetup. Bring a song and a lyric sheet and get constructive feedback from other songwriters. Visit songtalk.ca/meetup to register. You can follow me at neilmodi.com. If Phil were here, he would say follow him at philemery.ca. And Delyn, what's your favorite social media channel? Where do you post the most?
I post the most on TikTok, but definitely follow me on Instagram so that you don't start to hate me.
There's always that, yeah. You want to keep your fans happy, right? And be sure to stop by the website, songtalk.ca, to browse past shows and find out how you can be a guest. Thanks for tuning in, and keep on writing. Why do you post on TikTok if you hate it or your fans hate it, or who hates?
Oh God,
who doesn't hate TikTok? I guess, but
yeah, it's kind of brutal. It's one of those like you kind of have to do it. That's kind of just it. I'm just blasting the hell out of TikTok to try to get into a new whatever fan base, get a new audience. Not much is happening on Instagram right now from a follower growth standpoint or anything like that. So trying to take advantage. My sister recently went viral on TikTok for some fashion videos. So I'm trying to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Hey, use my song in your video.
Everyone's doing Blue Sky now. I haven't even looked at Blue Sky.
Oh, true.
I don't know. Flavor of the month. It's going to change every year now, I feel like.
Literally,
whatever the latest thing is. Because you're right, Instagram, I've been spending more time on Instagram lately. I didn't used to, and now I'm spending more time on Instagram, and everything is like like the people I'm actually following are not on like they're there, but the algorithm is wanting to show me sponsored stuff and suggested this and suggested that.
Yeah.
I don't want suggested. I want people that I know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do I have this if I'm not seeing any of those people? It's
because we're the
crazy.
product and we have to look at advertising. That's why.
Yup. It's brutal. Brutal.
Free. It's called inshitification. I have a term for it.
Love it. Oh my God.
You should drop by our meetup.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think I might be subscribed somewhere to you guys, but I'll make sure that
you're probably subscribed on our newsletter. We're at the Free Times on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, if you're free, swing by there.
Awesome. Yeah, I will put that in my calendar. I'm actually meant to be in Montreal visiting my sister, but if that falls through, which sometimes it does,
okay, fair
I
enough.
will pop by.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we're trying to do it. We have been doing it in person and then online every other month. So
sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because over the pandemic we met with those folks in Minnesota and Seattle. We got people logging in from Australia for our online meetups. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is so cool. It's so good.
But it's a really cool vibe. Like you get really supportive, constructive feedback from everybody. Like it's a nice place to be. You know, no one's being like, oh, your song's never going to make it on the radio. Everyone just like you say, like they just care about the song. So you get objective feedback that you may not get from friends and family who just like, hey, great song.
Yeah, good job. You're gonna be famous one day.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely pop by sometime soon.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Or join the online one, whatever works out.
Awesome. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'll have to. If you can, so you have a video for this song, right?
Yes, I do.
Can you send me the actual video file? Because then I can, when we post this on YouTube, I can actually embed your music video when we play back the song.
Yeah, for sure. I'll find that for you and I'll send that along with the with the WAV file.
We transfer it over when you send over your WAV file. Just do it at the same time.
Perfect.
That would be bombastic to put the video in there.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. That is no problem. It's on here somewhere.
Alrighty. Yeah, and you gotta come out to one of your shows one day because I dig your stuff. Like it's got a
Thank you.
Vibe to it. One of these days.
Yeah. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know when it's happening. And
I feel like I've been following you on social, and I'll probably see it every time you do.
Yeah.
But I get so many invites to, or not necessarily invites, but I see so many postings for shows, like ridiculous.
It's insane. Everyone's out there trying to do it. You're playing quite a bit now.
Our band was playing live more before the pandemic. Like the pandemic kind of slowed down, and lately we've been trying to focus on recording. That's going slow as well, but we've been playing more. Actually, last year we did a couple more festivals. Like we did like these multicultural festivals in Markham and stuff like that. And
sweet.
And it's kind of they pay much better than a bar.
Oh my God! Yeah, the festivals are where it's at. They are where it's at.
So we did a few of those, and then since we decided to focus on recording, I said, well, let's just hang out at open mics and just do whatever. You know, we don't have to do these big shows or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. But we're all, we all have day jobs outside of music, so we're not dependent on it. And things get busy, and then trying to get 4 people together.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough, that's for sure. Yeah.
But we persevere. We do our thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, you do it when you can, and that's good.
That's cool. It's fun. But lately I've been doing more of those songwriting challenges and just sort of working on my own things and that sort of stuff, and trying to collaborate with random people. I'm sort of collaborating with this one guy I met at the meetup who's a little bit older, and he used to play in a band back home in England. But he's got arthritis in his hands. He's kind of lost his voice. So he's gone to Suno now. He's still a passionate lyricist.
No way.
He goes to Suno to get a backup band, but he was a little bit skeptical about the AI thing, or trepidatious about the AI thing. So I said, I'd be happy to be your musician and just take one of his lyrics and try and do something. And he was like, that actually worked out completely different than what Suno came up with.
Damn.
Which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
but it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, I know. Like it's seconds versus hours, but I mean, the process is part
days.
of it. Yeah, true. Jeez.
But,
the AI stuff is crazy. I'm just curious about how the writers splits are going to work out. Like, because it's all too good to be true. Everyone's like, oh, you can just put an album out. Yeah, there's no way that Suno is going to allow you, Mr. Nobody behind your computer, to make the music off of the to make the money off the music that they're making. Like,
well, when I was talking to this new friend of mine, he looked into this. He sat down and he read the terms and conditions. Like, this is how obsessed he was with this, right? And I think he wasn't 100% sure about this, and probably Suno's constantly changing the thing anyway. But the general vibe was, if you use Suno free, yes, you're not allowed to commercialize your music. If you do pay for Suno, then yes, you can do pretty much whatever you want. Right?
Interesting. There's definitely a catch in there.
The question still remains, like, where did they get their data from? Where do they get those guitar riffs from? Where do they get their vocalists from? Whose identities are they using?
Yeah, all the labels. Like they're in bed now with Sony and Warner, I think
That's right. Yeah, like, Warner, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and Warner and Sony own those artists. Like those artists, for the most part, can't say anything. And of course, Warner's going to go, $1 billion deal. Have all of them.
Exactly.
From the dawn of time. Like, go for it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm not a strong singer, but I recently discovered, it's been a few years, 2023, I think was the first time I used this. There's this plugin called Dreamtonic Synthesizer V. It's basically a virtual singer. I play in the melody, I write the lyric, I play in the melody on my keyboard, assign one of the voices, and then it kind of does the thing. Sometimes it pronounces stuff a little funny, so you got to go in and literally misspell words for it to pronounce it correctly.
Oh my God.
Sort of thing, right? And you got to insert the individual breaths in and that sort of thing. But it sounds pretty good. Like I've fooled people to think this is a real singer, but this company claims that, they're not famous singers, right? Whatever. They got people in, they sampled them and made them sign a waiver or a thing to say that these are, as long as you buy the license for the software, you're good to use these as you please.
Yeah.
Right. So they're apparently doing things more ethically than everybody else. I mean, there's an AI component in it. You still have to write the melody yourself.
Yeah.
The AI is how it constructs the language and puts it all together and the phrasing, and it actually it was the one where I wrote that song where the emphasis was on the wrong syllable. And I brought it onto the podcast, and we had Susan Cateno, the singer-songwriter, and she's been teaching at Berkeley for like 35 years, whatever, right? She's very, very seasoned. She was the first thing she pointed out, like wrong emphasis on the syllable, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know, whatever, right? And she was like, your AI singer, Kevin, screwed it up. I was like, no, that was me. That was the way I wrote the melody. I instructed him to do it like that. So it actually does put the emphasis on the downbeats and that sort of thing. And you can go in and modify the dynamic and modify the breathiness and you can make it sing more head voice, more chest voice, whatever you want. You can go in and edit the crap. I spent hours just like, but you know what it does? What it did for me anyway, it made me really appreciate what singers do. Like, you're getting in all those minute details that you just take for granted that a natural singer would do.
Yeah.
But here, this program, you got to specify all those things. Like, I want a little swell here. Okay, we got to put it in there.
That's crazy. It makes you a good producer, though. That's a different skill.
Well, and that's what I've been doing for our band recordings. Like, I've been starting, I've done basically demo tracks, right? We're putting drum loop, virtual guitar, virtual singer.
Cool.
Right? Here's our template.
Yeah.
Now we go through and we'll record track by track.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We're not doing live off the floor or anything like that. We don't have facilities for that.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot. And
just call up Rick Beato. He'll have you over.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm recording the drums at a friend of mine who has a home studio.
Sweet.
And everything else we'll just do here. Like, it's a second room in our condo. Like,
love it. Yeah, save the money, save the hassle. Like, just
Yeah,
use what you got.
exactly. A bass player has this amazing phantom powered, I don't know, it's a cloud lifter or something or other, but the tone he gets out of his bass, he brings it live with him.
Oh my
And
God.
he goes through that and then plugs into the PA system, right? Or into the amp or whatever. And it's just gets this like beautiful, nice tone out of his bass.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. And every time he comes over here to record, he's like, yeah, let me go through this. Turn the fan power
like,
on.
we're good, don't worry.
We're golden. I'm not touching this thing. I'll put a little bit of distortion on it. That's it.
Love it. Love it.
Just
Plug and play.
Presence. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of work producing, as you know.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's fun. It's worth it.
It is fun. It is fun coming up with all parts and making it all vibe together and doing the thing. It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Cool beans. All right, Delyn, well, I'll give you a heads up when the when the podcast is edited. It'll be next week sometime, and then you can share it on your socials, on your TikTok.
Love it. Oh yeah, TikTok. Careful, careful. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I'll send you that WAV file in the video shortly.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, great.
Yeah, sorry again for the tech issues, but that was
no,
really great.
not at
Thanks
all.
for having me.
There wasn't any rush today. Excellent. All right.
Sweet. Thank you.
We'll hope to see you at the meetup sometime, and maybe at a show or whatever. That'd be nice. Actually, meet in person.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. It's only been a million years.
yeah. Like 3-4 times on the podcast. It's weird with Zoom things. So many people met on Zoom now. And I probably never will see them in real life. At least you're in Toronto. I'm in Toronto.
Yeah, like there's no excuse.
There's the thing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make sure I'm subscribed to the newsletter, and I'll keep you posted on shows too. But I'll definitely come to a meetup soon.
That'd be awesome. All right, cool.
Sweet. Thanks again. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.